What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness. Wanted to take you guys through my 3-day-a-week leg training program to get you from legs that you just saw to legs like what I used to carry around when I was competing back in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Now, this is a current picture of my legs, the hamstring sweep, and then you can see the hamstrings there. And I definitely have gotten back into training legs 3 days a week. I probably stopped training legs as hard for the last 4 or 5 years. The older I got, the more I saw them getting smaller and weaker and less stable, and the knees are starting to bother me, et cetera, et cetera. But I just wanted to show you guys what I've done for the last year to get my legs back to where they need to be for my current physique. And I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to train them if you're interested in following this 3-day-a-week program. Now, day one is usually Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever day it falls on, depending on where I'm at in the world, what I'm doing, if I'm deployed or if I'm just messing around having fun. But I always start out with squat day on day one. It's not my favorite, but it is the best results that I can achieve on my leg training. And I always warm up with intensity. I'm talking about not going crazy with a warm-up, but spending the time that's required to get the blood in the muscle, to get the joints and the tendons ready for the exercises. And I'll spend 15 to 20 minutes on calves. I'll spend 15 to 20 minutes on really light leg extensions and hamstring curls. And I show you all these exercises that I do. So I start out on like either the seated or the standing or the angled calf exercise machine. I'll put really light weight on there. I'll do anywhere from 2 to 4 sets of 10 to 20 repetitions. Again, just getting the blood in there, getting my body ready to go as heavy as I need to go on the squats. Now, the calves and the hams and the quads are all part of the base or the functionality of a squat, so we got to get them warmed up. Now, I've been guilty of jumping right underneath that squat rack several times before with a wheel and jumping on up to 2, 3, and 4 wheels, and that's fine, as long as you're taking it slow and you're not jumping up in extreme heavy weight and tearing something up, guys. So you saw me doing a few sets of the calves, a few sets of the extensions. I did a couple of exercises or sets on the lying leg curl. And again, lightweight, guys, just getting warmed up for today's squat day. And I've only got the 20s or the 25s, doing some stiff-legged deadlifts there, getting the glutes, the low back, the hamstrings, calves and everything stretched out. And here we go. I start with the bar, and I've been warming up for 30 minutes. Now, of course, the younger you are, the quicker that you'll probably warm up and the less ailments that you'll have. But this is what I do, boys and girls. I jump up underneath that bar, get myself a couple of sets of 10 to 15 reps with nothing on there, jump underneath the wheel, and get me some really good warm-ups. And I got to back up. I always do 2 sets of every warm-up, and I might do 10 repetitions the first warm-up, but I'll get back underneath the same weight, and I might do 5 to 8 repetitions with the second warm-up of the same weight. Here we are with 2 wheels jumping on, and I just grabbed my belt. I want to make sure that it don't hurt my lower back, give myself a little core support. I know a lot of guys are for and against that. That's just what I do. I pulled up my strong sleeves. Man, those things have been a lifesaver. I've never squatted anything over 225 in the last 10 years without wrapping my knees some form or fashion. And these sleeves, this is my 3rd week, I believe, using them, and I really enjoyed it. Now, again, here's a second set of 225, nice and slow, starting to get those pause reps in. And let me explain one thing real quick. I will either do speed reps or pause reps or explosive reps or slow descension reps. And on this workout, this particular squat day, I chose to do pause reps on every exercise. Not on every exercise, but on every set of my squats, because I really feel like that I get a good stretch and tear at the bottom. I get a good explosion, not real fast. I'm not doing speed reps, but a good explosion out of the hole and just a nice stable stance at the top. That way I might get just a little bit of a squeeze out of it, which will be more beneficial in different types of exercises. So here's another set with 315, taking it nice and slow, just a little bit of a pause at the bottom, still wearing those sleeves, not wrapped up with the knee wraps, and I'm feeling good. Got a little bit of music going on here at Intensityville by myself. I got my little tripod camera set up, and this is actually my very first set of 4 or 5. I didn't get my second and third set recorded. I had battery problems, and yeah, I did do the sets. You guys know me. You know I like to squat. But here's my very first one, and I was going down kind of apprehensive, and I paused, and boy, it was heavy down there. I thought, okay, I'll try another pause, and exploded up, and that was a little tricky. I said, okay, got to go ahead and knock these sets out. There's no reason for me to get down there and get stuck in a hole, so I knocked out my other couple of reps, racked it for my 5th rep. Camera was dying. I had to plug it in, had a few members step on it, and as you can see, the daylight is kind of fading away. Pulled my camera back out after I'd done another set, and on my heavy squat days, this is what you guys were waiting for. I don't go crazy on hamstrings, and I don't go crazy on leg extensions or leg press or hacks or anything else. Those are for another day. Stay tuned for part 2 and part 3. But I go back, I do 3 sets of 2 exercises on the calves on my heavy squat day. So you saw the first set, I do about 10 to 15 to 20 repetitions, and I really explode and pause and squeeze at the top. Try to get just a little bit of a pause at the bottom before I explode up. And you can see they're starting to struggle on that second set. And I'm not sure if I got the 3rd set or not. We'll see. But different angles, you know, showing you that the sun's going down. Yeah, I didn't get that 3rd set on camera. I believe it was kind of behind one of the weight stacks. But went on to the 45-degree angle calf. And this is a really phenomenal machine. You can actually do some hacks on there. And you can see the calves are getting fatigued, man. I'm really pushing myself at the top there to get that full extension. Now, again, I try to get that stretch, and you'll see here in a couple of seconds, I'll get to where I'm just kind of ratcheting my way up, but I know if I do not get that full contraction, I'm just not going to get what I'm trying to get out of these angled calf raises. Appreciate you guys watching. This, again, is day 1 of 3 leg days for the week. I'll record day 2 and day 3 later on and post accordingly. Until next time, intensity rules, train hardcore, and we'll see you next video.